What's up, everybody? Welcome to the second episode of what was formerly known. Well, actually, no. Fuck it. We are known as the Windy City Sneaker Counsel, not the WCSC for short. For those of you in the know, I am Josh, aka Sneaker Dad, joined by the one, the only Ken Air Kenny, and Mr. Dennis Cuyano. Hi, Panda. Welcome, everybody. Hey. I want to give a quick shout out to Mike Guerin and his wife Lisa. They just had a baby a few weeks ago. Congratulations. You the man.
Boy or girl?
It was a girl.
Congratulations.
Yes.
Congrats. Welcome to the club.
Yes.
Yeah, man. Before we begin, what do you guys got on feet today? Ken, can we test your gymnastic skills and see if you can get a leg up and show us what you're wearing?
That is asking a lot. That is asking a lot. Yes.
He's got those Travis Scotts on.
Yep.
Oh, you want to go next?
Sure. So listen, I'm repping with a flight school shirt. Shout out to my boy Face. I am wearing, to match, I'm wearing my Gatorade ones, and I swapped the UNC laces on these, so it goes with the shirt.
That's really sharp.
Yeah,
I saw when you came in. It's really sharp.
Yeah, I like those.
I'm into it. I
like those.
I've got the PG PlayStations. I just had to turn the lights on over here.
Very nice.
Love it.
My Saturday leisure. There you go. And
Your
we're good.
athleisure.
This is my sitting on my ass shoes. Awesome.
Those are dope.
Very
Dope.
nice. Very fancy.
I want to start off with a little bit of a local news roundup, and I want to know what you guys think. This kind of came to me right before we started this thing. I hear round 2 is coming to Chicago. Did you guys hear this?
I heard the
I
same
heard
thing.
that
I
too.
heard they were
shit.
looking for I heard that's pretty much a done deal.
They say where exactly in Chicago?
No, I just know that they were looking at
They're scouting
spaces,
spots.
and they may have found a space. From what I heard, it was a done deal.
Stratford?
No, there's another hype shop that'll be at Stratford, but
Yeah.
that's going to be
We'll talk about that later.
Coming soon.
Yes.
We just need to get Concepts to come here. I think if we could have Concepts open up a store, that'd be. I mean, Supreme 2 is the obvious one, but
still,
I would love to
Concepts
see
would be great.
Dion and Concepts here. It would be amazing.
Well, reach out. Hi, Panda. We reach out to Dion and get that going. Thank you.
On it.
There you
Okay.
go. We could just do it all at Stratford and just make this shit like Stratford.
We'll just turn the whole mall into a hype mall.
Yes. Anyways, all right. So let's talk about. So it's February 2nd when we're doing this podcast. By the time you see this, it will be a couple days after. So there were quite a few things that dropped in January. What do you guys feel was the best drop, or maybe top 1, 2, or 3 drops that you guys really enjoyed in January? I know I have some.
Well, why don't you lead it off? Because I'm trying to think.
Wow. Shit, dude. The Panda Pigeons were stupid nice, and you've got a pair.
Yeah.
From Prosper Skate Shop. Shout out to Prosper.
Yes. Shout out.
So I freaking love those. But then the other pair that I really liked was those neutral gray Jordan 1s.
Last week?
A lot of suede out, a salmon and a gray color.
Yeah.
Those I thought were awesome. And then you had the Fear of God shoot-arounds, and then the Fear of God 1s.
That's
right. Those dropped.
I didn't hit on any of those, so.
Yeah, those dropped.
I'm a little salty about that.
And then I personally feel like an underrated, kind of slept-on shoe were the Blazers, the 3 different color of the Blazer mid 77s. There was the red, the blue, and the green.
Green ones were kind of cool.
They were neat. I like it when they do those kind of go back to OG type of colorways. Very simple, clean. But yeah, the Panda, I guess that's true. I was mixing up. I wasn't sure if that was end of the last, but that was this.
Well, they had multiple releases, right? But the general release, I think, was mid-January.
Yeah, it was mid-January.
Yeah, I think you're right. So
because I missed it.
So hopefully you guys cop some of those in January. If you did, I'm jealous. I also kind of like it's also kind of a slept on, more like Nike Lab type of thing, but they got this ISPA now. I don't know what ISPA stands for, but it's very kind of conceptual type of shoes that they're putting out, and they're the 270s.
And
they I think they did a couple other silhouettes too, but they got this orange and this white in black pairs.
It's a comfortable shoe. It's a very.
I just kind of like what they're doing there. They're kind of stepping out and doing something different with those. So those dropped, I think, in January.
Well, they did that with those React elements, and those turned out to be really neat.
Yeah,
especially the first ones. Now they're starting.
Yeah,
to
they're starting to. I think you're getting. I think they're killing the elements
uniqueness
a little bit. A little bit. So that was January. We've got just a ridiculous amount of pairs coming out in February.
It's crazy.
It's like
every
yesterday
year,
I was about to say.
Every year, February is the month you go broke if you're a really avid sneaker fan, because you have Black History Month.
Yeah.
You have the All-Star break is always in February.
Mm.
You reminded me of Chinese New Year.
Yep.
And back when shoes were really popping, I needed all those. I needed the All-Star ones, and there was always some crazy one, the Galaxies, there's some crazy one that released during the All-Star. And you would always try to go to those All-Star breaks to get some of those exclusives. It'd be worth the airfare in the hotel, because you would get one of those pairs and you could resell it and make your trip money back. Yeah, the Black History Month shoes, I typically love how they come up with this. They come up with these creative designs. This year my favorite one was these mid ones that are on our table here in front of you. I was lucky to hit both on the Foot Action app, and I saw someone post an app that of this Foot Action that had it, and there were only, I don't know if it was true or not, the only thing that there was 2 Foot Actions in the country that
carried them.
That carry them.
Those?
So, yeah.
Really?
So I don't know if that's true or not, but because you put in the
location
in the location.
Yeah.
The only one that came up for here was, and then someone posted that it was this one, and I think one out in L.A. But I don't know how true that was. But I just love the materials. The tumble leather on the toe.
Yeah, the material's really nice on these.
I don't know, the nubuck's probably nubuck. The design of the swoosh, the back, the quality, and how they did the graphics of that wording. Make it stick out. I think it's something that, in black and white colorway, to me, is just it's so clean. Just like with the pandas, I just love that colorway. I know you love the shoe too.
Oh, yeah.
And you had one criticism was the tongue was a little stiff.
Yeah. So, I mean, I have the homage to Holmes, and the one thing I really don't like about the homage to Holmes is the tongue is so damn stiff, and that's exactly what this is. I'm not quite sure what this tribal thing on the tongue is supposed to be. It's kind of cool. It almost reminds me like a mellow. Is it like supposed to be a mellow symbol? I don't know.
It does look like it.
Yeah.
It does definitely does look like
but I love everything you said about the quality of the shoe. I do wish they kind of put the tumbled leather on the side panels a little bit. The quality on the back reminds me of the Quai 54 launches. In the inside seems really kind of like memory foam almost.
Yeah.
So the one thing I think would have also set it apart is if they did like an icy black on the bottom.
Oh, for the soles, yeah.
That would have been pretty cool. And maybe even done an icy black and then like some sort of pattern on the bottom as well. I'm a big fan of like designs on the bottom, on the outsoles.
Yeah.
But I mean, these are dope. I really love these. And then you got the twos.
Yeah, the twos.
So we might as well just go into BHM stuff.
Yeah.
The twos,
Dennis was a big fan.
I know the twos in general are usually pretty slept on. The BHM, every year I always check out the ones and twos just to see what's coming out. The twos this year, I think the way it's not. They're still using a lot of those the color combinations on there, but it's not as. I feel like I'd wear that with anything.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be a specific outfit that I'm wearing.
Yeah.
Just the quality looks good. I haven't like felt or tried on a pair, but the quality looks great. The ones though, just going back to this real quick, the simplicity of it is what makes it awesome.
Yeah.
Granted though, I do agree with it's always cool to see something in the sole if they do something icy.
Yeah.
And then they throw in a design.
Right.
Because for right now, all we have is the designs on the swooshes, which is great. It's very simple. It's a clean look. But yeah, the twos, this year I saw them up on the sneakers app, and it was one of those things where I was like, oh, these are actually really clean. Like, they're really nice. So I just may have to get those. And then going back real quick, I know I'm hopping back and forth.
No,
but,
that's big.
the fours that released last year, the 30th anniversary. Is it 30th anniversary 4s?
Oh yeah, the
lasers. Yeah. So I saw the look on your face. What do you have to say about them?
Yeah, I could. I mean, I don't. They're not. I don't like them.
Okay, fair enough. I was actually I had gotten a pair for a friend of mine because he just needed a pair of 4s, and this was the closest thing to the Breads. So I got him a pair, and I got him in the mail, and I was like, these are actually. I was kind of impressed, and it was just such a clean look with the. I mean, some people are impartial to having the gum at the bottom. But I legitimately might go out and buy a pair because it's just such a clean 4.
So are you talking about?
They're all black.
Okay, isn't that women's?
No.
Which just released a week.
Okay,
yeah. It was like towards the end of January.
I might be thinking of. I must be thinking of another pair of 4s. Maybe it's the
laser.
red ones with the gum.
Oh, with like the flower.
I don't know.
This is all black.
Yeah, this is all
black.
Those
I like better than the ones I was initially thinking of. They were black and white.
Okay.
Laser or no, it was tattoos.
Yeah, tattoos.
Yeah,
I agree.
That's one I think
it's
you're
a bit
talking
much.
about.
No.
Okay. I like those better.
Yes.
I definitely like those.
Yeah,
better.
those
I'm on board with those.
I mean, as a GR, I mean, it was one of those things where like if you need a pair of Jordans and you want something throwback-ish, I mean, the 30th anniversaries I think are a great value.
You knew Nike was going to make it special.
Exactly.
I mean, this is going to be great. There's going to be a lot of.
If it was
to come.
4 or 5 years ago, when 4s and Jordans were really crazy, that shoe would have been sold out immediately.
Yeah. But because it makes sense now, especially with what's coming out. But yeah,
you also got the PG3.
Yeah, the PG3.
You got the KD11, the Kyrie 5, the LeBron, and then one shoe that I actually don't mind. I know it sounds weird. I probably wouldn't wear them around too much. I might ball in them, but like. Yeah, I ball. Look at me. If I did ball, the Westbrook Why Not 0.2s.
Yeah, those are cool.
Those are actually pretty cool.
Those are pretty cool.
So Adidas also does. Converse. That you haven't probably seen them too much, but Converse came out with a pair of Chuck Highs. And the BHM?
I saw those.
I like those.
Yeah, Chucks
I like them.
They're a classic. So Chucks are great. I'm glad they're actually starting to like really commingle some of the concepts.
Yes,
because
I'm glad they're participating in shit
exactly.
Like
this. I think that's the biggest thing. Because before it was like we all know that
Nike owns Converse now.
Yes. Yeah. So it was just a matter of time, I guess. Because every time I saw something concept-wise released for a Nike shoe, I was like, they should really do that with a pair of Converse.
Right.
Now seeing it, it's amazing.
I really think they're throwing the Converse into the conversation.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah,
the conversation.
Yeah.
And then Adidas does Black History Month as well, and I did a little bit of research on theirs. I mean, listen, Adidas basketball shoes, not the best silhouettes. The Dame Lillards, I'm not a fan. The Harden's, not really a fan. But they did a it's a concept or a theme around Harlem Renaissance. It's supposed to be based, like the colorway is supposed to be based on like the ballrooms in Harlem.
Back
in the day. Yeah. So I have my notes here like purple, red, and black. So it's kind of cool color, like a colorway.
Yeah.
And then they did an Ultra Boost, which I actually like. The Ultra Boost. It's the heel is a suede reddish color, and then there's like the Flyknit it's not Flyknit. What is the Adidas word for Flyknit? Anyways, that's the purple, red, and black sort of like knit. I really like that. And then the other thing that they're doing is they're doing uniforms. Now, you're going to look like an asshole if you come out straight up uniform plus the Adidas shoes. But these are pretty cool, like old school uniforms from like some of the older college. So these college teams are going to start wearing them, and then the shoes as well, starting next week. In the games. So be on the lookout if you watch college basketball. Adidas is going to be repping pretty hard on this month.
So is it kind of like a throwback feel to it?
They're fucking so cool.
Really?
They're really cool.
Well, Adidas does well with their throwback stuff.
I was happily surprised by that.
Yeah.
So we talked about BHMs, obviously big releases for February. We also have the All-Star Week, in Charlotte. So there's this is like a good time to be planning a trip to Charlotte, probably. Like you were saying, you make a little weekend trip to Charlotte and get some of the shoes there. But you said you're not really.
I mean,
you're not really digging too much.
Years ago, it was hugely hyped releases and surprise releases, and maybe there still will be a surprise release or two that will come up at the All-Star break. There's some OGs being released, and those are neat, but they're not like special to me. Those galaxies, I still have those in my mind. How they did the different galaxies and the different styles, and it was cool to get the foam posit ones. Those are the classic ones. And then there were just all the different versions, and you got I don't know, some kind of pull tag. Flight pull tag. Yeah. And those are vivid in my mind about how special those shoes were, and I don't get that vibe yet, but we're just heating up to it.
That's true.
We got a pretty big sports weekend this weekend. Before we get into it, I want to hear your thoughts on the All-Star shoes.
Yeah. So infrared 6s for me are actually a very nostalgic shoe, because I had 5s. 5s were really like the first Jordan I had a couple pairs of when I was a kid.
Me too.
And I played basketball in 6s, and one of my best friends and I got the infrared 6s like the same time. And so those are like special. Like, would I really wear them around a lot? No, I'd probably just keep them just as like a, just a nostalgic collection piece, right? The Laney 5s are cool, I guess. Like, for me, they don't really do much for me, and they don't like scream All-Star Weekend. Neither do the Jordan 1s, which I really like the colorway on those turbo greens. They're like supposed to be a shout out to his time in Charlotte, and I really like them, but they still don't like. I'm not going to always remember them as like the All-Star ones, right? The other 6s that are coming out are the Social Status 6s, which is a boutique in Charlotte, and they've got pony hair on them. So those are kind of cool, although like, that silhouette is a very hard silhouette to really get all crazy with.
It is.
Not really seem, I don't know, it just seems
over the top
or like contrived, right? Because it's a basketball shoe. It always was. Back in the day when it was designed, I don't think it was designed to be like throw pony hair on it. But I still think it's pretty fucking cool shoe. I mean, I won't wear it, and I probably won't. I definitely not gonna cop it. I don't have enough money. But like, you got the UNC 9s that are also coming out. You've got another pair of Why Not 0.2s, and then you've got the 33s, which actually I kind of like the 33s. And Travis Scott's coming out with a pair of 33s.
Yeah, I was about to say Travis Scott.
And they're actually pretty cool. They remind me a little bit of Fear of Gods.
They have that.
If I look at the back of the shoe and like sort of the middle part of that shoe, reminds me a little bit of the Fear of Gods.
It has the design factor that they have on all the Fear of God ones.
Yeah.
So I'm not a big fan of the Fear of God ones. I'm not. I mean, I think the design's cool on them, but like I think it's too futuristic for me. I think. I don't know if I'm just like still back in the cut on everything from the 80s and 90s, but like every time those release, I'm always looking at them going, huh.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know.
I always I hear what you're saying.
Like, they're cool shoes, but
if you wear, I think you'll get the attention.
If
you're wearing them.
Yeah.
Usually you want that attention if you get them, and every once in a while I just like those. I mean, I think all the Nike Yeezys are futuristic.
Yeah.
They're
classics now.
But I think I think it'd be cool to see if you saw a platinum.
No, you're right.
It'd be cool to see. The flies are those define futuristic.
Yeah.
And if you saw someone walking around, it would get you to look twice.
Oh yeah, no, that's it pushes the designer aspect of it.
Yeah.
It's very sharp, very crisp.
But I know what you're saying.
But yeah, it's just one of those things for me personally. Like I just said, I'm living in wanting shoes that remind me of back in when I was in junior high and high school and stuff like that. So of course it's like this is like too much for me. Like, I look at it, I'm like, oh my, this is the stuff my kids are gonna wear.
Yeah. I gotta say I've seen a couple people wearing them on feet.
Yeah.
And I actually thought they were surprisingly better.
Yeah.
In my because I got a chance to just kind of hold them and kind of look at them, and wasn't really all that on board. Like I was thinking, okay, very cool concept.
Yeah.
I will never be able to pull it off. But then I see people with them on feet, and they actually look pretty good.
Yeah.
One thing I wanted to get your opinion on is this is also coming out in All-Star Weekend, is the Airmore Uptempo 720s. Have you seen those things?
I have seen them. I can't.
So they're all black.
Okay.
They're Frankenstein shoes, but I kind of like them because they're so out there. So it's the Airmore Uptempo,
like big.
And it says Air Max on the side, and then it's got the 720 heel midsole.
Yeah.
The whole bubble midsole.
Yeah.
And a lot of people are hating on them. They're like, "Oh my, what are these shits?" And I don't think I'd wear them, but like those are pretty damn cool.
No,
like, I like what they did. Like
I think they are cool. It was kind of neat seeing like the concept of like old and new, basically just kind of like mashing it. But it was just simple things, It wasn't like, hey, we're gonna make it. We're gonna take this little bit and this little bit. It's like we're gonna take one whole shoe. We're just
put this right on.
We're just gonna put it right here.
The most important piece of the up-tempo and the most important piece of the 720. We're just gonna smash them together.
Oh yeah, because like
it took balls.
It did, but I think with that style, because it kind of brings that like what's it called? That nostalgic look with a little bit of the futuristic look. I think that'll pick up a little bit more because it's not. Well, I'm not calling it. It's not fashion forward, but it's not fashion forward. Like the Fear of Gods are like very fashion forward. Like it's striking. These are like, hey, this is something kind of cool. People are gonna dig it. Yeah. Just put them on. They're awesome. I think that when I saw those, I was kind of like, huh. It hit me as like oh, okay, I see that.
Yeah.
And they've got to be that bubble. On the 720s, whenever I see them, 270s, just like how big it is, I'm always like, that's like a cushion.
Yeah,
like
the 270s I liked, and it was just kind of like getting started now with the 720s. And the 720s, when I first saw them, I didn't like them. And now I saw like the 720s in the Northern Lights color.
Yeah.
I actually really like these. I really am liking these shoes. I want to try a pair on. I've not.
That's definitely a must.
Super damn comfortable.
That's the first thing that comes to my mind is that these things look comfortable.
Oh, what do you?
I'm not into those. I just I think I like it when they try new stuff. I love stuff that makes a statement, and I like more of the designer look, and that's a unique look. I just never been into them. I'm also I don't go above 13s in terms of the retros for Jordans.
Yeah.
I just don't. There's a lot of cool ones, but the 29s. I got a couple of the 29s, and I like those, but I don't venture up above that.
I hear you. I don't either, because that was around the time where I stopped playing basketball and I stopped being into that scene, and I got more into different interests. So I hear you. Now then, you've also got the Ant Pearls. If we want to talk about a tradition that keeps going, all pink, I think this year. Those are pretty damn cool. Just because I love the fact that they're continuing that.
The concept's great.
The concept's great. I love the fact that they're not giving up on it. That's pretty damn cool. And then one thing that we can't forget about, and I know we were going to talk about this, is the damn adapts.
Yeah.
Aren't those supposed to be like an all-star release?
February 7th, I thought at one point I heard.
Let me see. What did I have here in my notes?
I remember looking at them a month ago.
Yeah.
I saw them come and I said, I got to get this. I love them. First of all, I love anything with lights.
Yeah.
It's
cool.
Lacing,
power lacing's cool.
They've taken the he's got some thoughts on it. No, they've taken the classic Adept, one that came out. What do they got? 1.0. They got 2.0. Yeah, and then and they come out with this one with the basketball. Yeah. I'm excited about it. I want to get that.
I am too. The silhouette is great.
Yeah,
like it's not a shitty silhouette. It's really nice.
Yeah, no, I agree. No, it's definitely. I mean, what gets me is just the Adapt. You know what I mean? Like that is the coolest part of the shoe.
Yeah.
I mean, when the first ones came out, granted it was like it was heavy on the pocket, but like it was just, hey, look what you can do, And I was like, it just
you could hit a button and it would do it. It would do it on both feet. It was the same on both feet, bro. You can tighten up when you're playing or when you're shooting around, loosen when you're playing the game. Holy shit!
Isn't there an app connected to it?
There's an app.
Yeah, that blew my mind. I was
people
like,
that don't like shoes,
it's like click.
That aren't into shoes the way we are. They're like, they got the stupid comments like, well, I prefer to lace my shoes.
Yeah.
And blah, blah. Well, fuck you. That's not the point, man. The point is that these are shoes you control with your goddamn phone.
Yeah, that's insane.
That have never happened before. Mm-hmm. Like, this is groundbreaking. The only thing that I've heard people talk about, and I'm not quite sure that I agree with, but like the guys over at the True to Size podcast were talking about like $350 price tag is still way too high. It is high, but
yeah,
I still feel like it went down more than half.
That's exactly what I was gonna say.
And you get a shit ton more for these shoes than you did with the other ones. So
absolutely,
I think that yes, it is definitely a price point that's going to keep a lot of people off the shoe. But I think the silhouette is great. The concept's amazing. Mm-hmm. The price point is just enough, I think, that you're going to see people adopt them. And I saw a lot of people like Zion Williamson on Duke is wearing them. A lot of NCAA players are wearing them.
Look at the $200 shoe. Look at the $200.
Yeah,
it's just for another $150, and you get all this additional technology.
Yeah.
I think that's.
Now I don't know how they're gonna how they will wear throughout an entire season of basketball, and I don't have any idea what the grip is on the bottom.
Yeah,
the
they'll
grip
still look like
one of the
brand
most
new after
important
my
things.
season of basketball.
Oh yeah, mine too. Mine look perfect.
You guys work the courts though, my God.
Yeah,
mine will look really good at the end of the season.
Yeah, mine too.
It's gonna be pads. As soon as you take them off, there's still pads.
Yeah, still have fucking tissue.
Exactly.
But I use the app like crazy.
You'd be sitting there and just be like, oh, you know what? My feet are kind of. It feels a little tight. Just loosen them up a little bit.
Yeah.
I mean, that price point, like for me, and I'm completely like not trying to spend too much money. I think the value it speaks for itself for the price point.
Yeah.
You just said it was double before. It was double before. It was like
$720.
Yeah. So at that price point now, if you put it in your head, in comparison, and plus it's updated, it's got new stuff on it. The silhouette's way sexier.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think. Right there, as soon as they dropped the price on there, I was like, because at first I was like, oh, these are great, but I'm like, $7+, I don't know, and then all of a sudden I was like, what?
Right.
Like, where do I buy these?
Right.
For people that complain about it, I think it's the scary thing is I think they don't realize, maybe they will in hindsight, that they just dropped on just a new pair, even a pair of GRs for $200, $220, and it's like for an extra $100.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
And it's not going to be your everyday shoe.
No. I'm going to get it to be my everyday shoe.
I mean,
I'm going to break it. I'm going to break it.
Like hack it.
Yeah. Oh, I should
hack it.
Oh, that'd be awesome. All right. Anyway.
Anyways, what else is coming out? So,
well, this weekend, right? This weekend we got the Super Bowl.
Yeah, tomorrow.
And I'm still praying for a call from St. Alfred's, but it's getting put to that point where I think I'm not going to get that call. They started calling at 9.
For which?
For the these are the Bape ones.
The Bape.
The Bape, the Ultra Boost.
Yeah, the Bape football.
Did you go for both colorways or just one?
Well, you can just do one raffle ticket.
Okay. Oh, really?
At St. Alfred's, and a lot of times when they do that, like with the Fear of Gods, whatever, they say, well, which one did you want? It's just, I think it's just easier for them to handle the raffle.
Yeah.
RSVP didn't get them, which I was surprised. At least they didn't have a raffle for it. And Notre hasn't shown anything on it. So
there wasn't a lot. Honestly,
Adidas
there wasn't
had
a
them,
lot.
of course.
Adidas, yeah.
And you had to be in the zone. I was in the zone. I literally watched the countdown.
Yeah.
I hit it.
Yeah.
And right when I hit it, I got the message saying, too late.
Too late. Jeez.
So the bots, I think, got most of them.
Mm-hmm. They had a whole run of stuff. Though. They had a football jersey. They had a track jacket, basically a shark hoodie.
They were the helmet.
The helmet looked cool.
Hold on, the Bape Ultra Boost stuff was all about the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Where the fuck was I?
It was. They dubbed it as because on the site too it said like Adidas Bape SB.
Could have been sleeping. You said you
could have been sleeping.
Take a lot of naps.
Or I was on the court.
True, even balling.
I think that's what it was.
I think I was hooping maybe.
Adidas. I think the only reason I really kept up on it is because Adidas was sending me emails, but there was nobody else really.
Well, there's another release at either 2 or 3 o'clock on the Frenzy app. Exhibition, I think, as if you want to try.
I think sneaker politics.
Our audience will be too late. I wouldn't be announcing it if this was going live. But the good thing is not going live, so we can all get, the 3 of us will be getting our shoes at
2 o'clock on Frenzy, the Frenzy app.
So it's the whole football weekend thing. It's a helmet, gloves, jersey,
the gloves,
football. And the 2 colorways of shoes and the cleats.
Yeah, they have the cleats. The two different colorway, the 2 different camos.
Okay. So I did see the cleats, but my thought was, because I couldn't really tell, to be honest with you, when I was looking at them from the top. I thought they were soccer cleats, and because it's Adidas, I thought it was. And they said football. I thought, okay, it's for the pitch. It's like they're actually soccer cleats. Yeah. So I didn't even think about them being football cleats. Yeah. So, okay, I was under a rock on that one. But I actually do like the black ones, the black color.
Camo.
Yeah, I thought those are pretty nice.
They're nice.
I mean, I'm not a big bait guy, but like
I always like the OG camo.
Yeah.
Black is different, and I would love it. I'd be very happy if I got one. But I'm just a big tradition guy. Same thing with Timberlands. The off-white Timberlands. I wanted those are so expensive. I got the
like 800 or something.
Well, they came out at $9. I think they're cheaper now.
Okay.
But I'm pretty sure they retail at $9. I'm pretty sure that's what I paid. So just the traditional. If it's Timberland, it's that. Brown.
Yeah, it's that not tan, but like
the tan, right? Same thing with the bait. But so that's this weekend. I think we'll see after this weekend. Well, Nike's been pushing the other All-Star shoes, and let's talk real quickly. We're seeing a lot of these All-Star shoes start to show up in our local resellers, local shops, and until the shops that I'm comfortable with have them, I'm staying away from them.
Yeah.
Because unfortunately, a lot of these shoes are made, and they become what's called B grades, which are not fakes, but they get released from the same warehouses that make the legitimate shoes, but they didn't pass muster, and so Nike did not authorize the release of those, and so but. These factories have all these shoes sitting there that got rejected, and the people there and China, for the most part, distribute them through certain resellers who are known to get fake shoes. And I got a couple here in Chicago that I would think twice about going to get my shoes. Yeah, and so in any event, I just might make it a practice, unless I know my seller.
Yeah.
I make a practice not to ever get shoes early, because there's nothing worse than getting a fake shoe.
Yeah.
And then
at a resale price.
At a resale price. Yeah. I just saw one big kind of Instagram guy post the Oregon 3s, the Tinker one, the newest one. And another big sample guy call him out saying these are fake, and he got blocked. I know the guy that called him out, and he got blocked. He told me how he got blocked almost immediately. He called out and said, these are fake.
Yeah. He
had the same shoe. He had different lace bags, and this one, the lace bag that this guy was a totally different lace bag. And he knew right away. He could tell other things, but right away.
That was the big giveaway.
And that guy took it down, of course, that shoe. But that's someone that's trying to stunt and with the shoe and probably got a really good deal. Or maybe not. Maybe he could have been totally legitimate and got a bad pair. But this the way he acted. If you're legitimate, you're not going to block someone for calling you out.
Yeah.
You're going to say, really?
Yeah. You say,
I got screwed. Tell me, because I want this info to help me
moving forward.
Get my seller.
Yep.
Yeah.
So when you say the Oregon 3s, are you talking about the Tinker 3s, the different color?
Yeah, the Tinker. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah, those are.
I think I know who you're talking about.
So just that's my only point about some of these All-Star shoes. the ones that you like, the green.
Yeah.
I've seen those. I've seen the 6s.
Infrared 6s. Yeah,
I've seen them everywhere.
A lot of those.
Yeah. And
they did a drop. They did a drop yesterday on the sneakers app for the 6s.
Yeah.
Which I wasn't a part of. I just got to view from afar. Everyone throwing it up, going, got him. I'm like, where?
Yeah, it was like, to me, it was out of nowhere. I didn't know that was happening.
No, it was completely out of nowhere.
Yeah.
That's why when I saw people posting it, I actually looked at the date because I thought I was getting played or something like that to read a post. And then I was like, wait a minute. And a lot of guys in a couple of groups I'm in were like, oh, yeah, these are dropping. Oh, my God, the wrap, blah, blah. And I was like, whoa, they did basically like a quick strike, but like a surprise. So people just got notifications. I was like, I wish I would get notifications like that.
Yes.
I get notifications for random stuff that I don't want.
Yeah.
Nike's like, I'm going to hold these for you. I'm like, oh, thanks. I don't want those.
Yeah.
Waiting for the day.
Totally.
Waiting for the day.
Like, I don't even know what the
I know
hell these things are.
And they try to sell me something. And
nope, I'm good, man. Thank you.
But they do a really good job, though, of like making you feel like that you're getting an early pair. I'm like, this is such a smart thing to do. Because people are like, wait a minute. I don't even know what these are. But like, I've never heard of this basketball player before, but it's Jordan branded? Oh, okay, cool. I'll take him.
Right. Kristaps Porzingis twos. The Tingus Pingus twos.
The Tingus Pingus twos. 2.25s. They're not even 2.53s. But yeah, no, so I was kind of salty about that yesterday.
One collab I think almost can never go wrong in my mind is the Undefeated collabs.
Yeah.
And they're doing one with Ultra Boost where they're going to have it's blue and red, I think, or blue and orange, and on a white Ultra Boost, and it's got the Undefeated logo on the front.
Oh, cool.
Cool.
Those look awesome. I think those are actually coming out for the All-Star weekend as well.
Okay.
So keep an eye out for those.
Good to know.
Yeah, those are dope.
I really do like Undefeated.
Me too.
Undefeated collabs are great.
They just did that. RSVP had the Undefeated Converse one. I thought they still have them. They still have
Hold on. Is the Undefeated Converse one the one that with the tiger on the side?
Yeah.
Those are just
I went in to buy it.
I don't know why I didn't buy them. They're only like $120.
Yeah, I went in to buy it and they didn't have my size. They still have like a
hand-stitched
size 10 and 11.
Yeah.
St. Alfred had them. I was this close to getting them. I didn't. I don't know why. It's got the hand-stitched Undefeated on the tongue.
Yeah.
Oh, one other pair that I wanted to point out, because if you're a Game of Thrones fan, April 15th. But Game of Thrones and Adidas are coming out with a House Targaryen
Really?
Ultra Boost. Fuck yeah.
I'm assuming it's just going to have the house crest on the tongue.
Yeah, the colorway is pretty sick. Look it up.
Okay.
House Targaryen Ultra Boost.
I'll have to check that
out. Dope. Anyways, yeah, so that's what's coming out in February. Shit, man, that's a lot coming out in February.
It's a lot in February.
You want to talk about these sunglasses that are
staring at
sure,
them.
Yeah. So these are the millionaire glasses, the ones that Virgil helped design for LV. This is their second millionaire's glasses. They had some a few years back, and there's 4 colorways. There's the white, there's red, there's black, and like kind of like a dark green color. Forest green, yeah. And so I just got these, and if you, fortunately, for a very short time. So I'm not sure if this will get out in time for people to go look at it, but the LV in Chicago on Michigan Avenue has a lot of their collection. But yeah, this I'm excited about. There's a few other pieces that I'm trying to get from that collection that I'm excited about.
Yeah, the collection was it severely limited? I know it was limited, but
downstate.
Just in general, the Virgil.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Flex.
Virgil's got a few exciting things going on. He's got his new, besides this stuff, and it is limited.
Yeah.
It does seem like you need to have some kind of connection to a sales associate or to someone that has that connection. Yeah. That was my way of getting these.
Yeah.
They're
fantastic. So cool.
And so yeah, there's a lot of everyone knows about the ceramic chains. They have the boots downtown with like an orange chain. I thought it was really cool. It's one of my favorites. They have the running type shoes.
Yeah, shoes. Yeah, the sneakers.
They have the basketball one.
I like the basketball ones. Mikey Jets has got a pair of those.
Yeah,
I think those are pretty nice.
They are really nice. And so yeah. So what are your thoughts on the collection?
Honestly, a lot of the stuff. Like I was looking at all the bags, just in general, just going Louis Vuitton bags. I love the concepts that he threw at the collaboration for that line because it was very different. So the chains, like there's those, they're like a plastic. What's it called?
Ceramic or something?
They have ceramic. I think they had ceramic ones, and then they've got like this resin casted plastic ones that are on like a couple of the bags, just a chain link that goes on, and it's something simple, but also he went the distance with a couple of the bags that are all transparent. The transparent
what do you
bags,
think about those?
So it's funny because it reminds me of like when you go to like some countries and then you have to wear like plastic, like just the clear backpacks, or go to the mall or whatever it is.
Yeah.
But he took it to a new level just because all the bags are pressed with the Louis Vuitton monogram all the way across. But they've got all these really cool like iridescent colors, like chameleon style colors.
Yes.
But it really is a lot of the.
There's even one that glows in the dark.
Yes, the glow in the dark one's insane.
Oh my god!
And of course, at the price point of you're looking at 4-5 figures each.
Yes.
You're gonna get something really unique. But also too, like I think it was just a lot of the little things, that add in design. Like the chain is the biggest thing for me.
Right.
It was very simple. But it's also very useful because I know I just purchased one of the key pouches, one of the cheapest things you could buy. But it has the chain on it, and I ideally will use it as a wallet, like a chain wallet.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, this is really useful. It's not just like an add-on it's just an extra piece that's just there. It's something that you can physically use. But yeah, no, there's a lot of cool stuff. The bags though, the bags that they have that are all transparent and iridescent, or they have some crazy colorway, the chameleon colorway.
Yes.
It's insane to me because you don't see stuff like that with Louis Vuitton. So I think it was really nice to see Virgil really push it to a different level with his style with the Louis Vuitton brand. So it's really cool. Also ultra expensive, but very cool. Very cool. But
I don't know enough about the collection, to be quite honest.
Yeah.
But anytime I hear about iridescent and like chameleon-like colors, that's always it gets my attention. I love the glasses and I love the basketball shoes. It's so those I would say as little as I know, those are the things that I definitely really liked.
Right.
That caught my eye immediately.
And Virgil, I mean, he just brings a new, younger element to this well-established brand.
Totally.
And one of the things he's doing, a couple of things that he's doing on his own. I mean, he does. He's taken this very simple paperclip and made that a designing piece for chains, and like people are going nuts over. I am going nuts over. And they have it's a necklace of paperclips connected, and they have diamonds in them. Mm-hmm. And I don't know if it's a play on how you can make something so simple like a paperclip. Like people always says, ask me about my collection. Why don't you get this one-of-one? It's a one-of-one. Well, I don't want something that I also don't think is valuable. Mm-hmm. Like my collection is, I love sneakers, but I also want something that's valuable. And otherwise I'd collect paper clips, and I would have our spoon collection. So here he is taking paper clips, and he's making a chain out. I just think it's crazy. And I was looking at a lot of the comments, and people were saying, I think RSVP or someone posted like a box of paper clips, and someone said, this is a joke, this is crazy, but he has these chains and they have diamonds on them, and it's just, I think it's crazy unique, and I love it.
I think the creativeness that he's got, bring the simplicity to it, because it is things that you're like, oh damn it, you can totally make it out of that. Like like my child will come home from like making the macaroni necklace. I'm like, oh shit, that's pretty dope. But like, I think the simplicity of it, though, that wow factor. I mean, as far as it being like super innovative, I wouldn't put the word super in front of it, but innovation as far as like, oh, that's kind of cool. Definitely putting diamonds on it brings up the value. I mean, if the paper clips are made of platinum, if they're made of platinum, white gold, whatever it is, and diamonds on there, all right, bring me at 5 figures easy. I'll pay it. You know what I mean? Because just the metals and the jewels in there are worth it. But the design is ingenious.
Right.
But if you're just taking legit just paper clips, then it's like, which sucker's gonna buy this? You know, which hype piece is gonna pick it up? So,
they're not.
But yeah, I think that's the one thing he brings to the table, especially for a very well-known fashion brand that's been doing the same thing for decades.
Yeah.
And real quick fact: Louis Vuitton never has sales. And all the bags they don't sell at the end of the season don't go on clearance because, like I said, they don't go on sale. They go to an incinerator. Louis Vuitton burns.
Yeah, doesn't Burberry do that too?
I think Burberry does it as well.
Couple of these high-end, they don't want it to get out into
that's how they keep serial numbers. That's how they keep the legitimacy and the authenticity going, which is insane to me. You could do like 7 million worth of like extra handbags and just say, you know what, we're not even going to try to make money off them. We're just going to burn them all.
Yeah.
Quality control at its finest.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was kind of a fun fact that I had learned. I was like, you've got to be kidding me.
Yeah.
The other thing I want to quickly say about Virgil is he's got this new release. It's on his Off-White site. Yep. The Bart Simpson, the Simpsons.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
He does?
Yeah.
I ordered a couple things. There's one shirt that has a knit Bart.
Oh,
like
shit.
It's like
it's a cut and sew shirt.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's really neat. And then there's like 6 to 8 of them. And there's other sites that go to his site first. Some of them are sold out, but some of them, like the ones I ordered, are pre-order. They come out around April. There's another website called Revive that has a lot of this stuff. I just saw them post his same Simpsons, but they're all the resale prices. There's some cool stuff there, and it's the Off-White Simpson thing. So
anything with Simpsons is cool.
Yeah, anything with Simpsons. Yeah, you're right. And I know the last time we talked, you were saying that the Off-White shoes are typically slept on. Nobody really pays attention, but I actually like the new silhouettes that just came out. If you want to take a look on Virgil's site, but I thought those were pretty nice. So cool. All right, man. So this wraps up episode dose of the Windy City Sneaker Counsel. Say that 5 times real fast.
Seriously, try it.
Stay tuned for the next episode where Ken brings in his spoon collection.
Yes.
All right.
And coin collection.
His spoon and coin collection. All right. Peace.
Bye.